If you couldn't get into school with your UTME and post-UTME for any reason like cutoff mark, choice of course to study and all of those reasons, relax. There is a way to get into school this year, and it is called the Advanced Level Program. The Advanced Level Program is a program by JUPEB, Joint University Preliminary Examination Board. Just like the way UTME is an exam by JAMB, A-levels program is like a program that you take and then write the exam under JUPEB that provides you direct entry admission into 200 levels. So today I'll be telling you about everything you need to know about A-levels, JUPEB, how to get admission into 200 level direct entry, and how to ace your A-levels exam so you can get into 200 level into your desired university studying your desired course. So let's get right into it. A-levels program is usually in June, but I think from 2020, because of the COVID, it changed, moved to September, and then 2021 was September, and then subsequently it just hasn't been June anymore. So the first thing you need to note about JUPEB or the A-levels program, I'm going to be using them interchangeably, is to make sure to take the program in an accredited center. What do I mean? JUPEB is a board for joint university. So if you're taking JUPEB, make sure to register to take the program in an accredited center, and the accredited center is always a university. It has to be a university. All these tutorial centers and what have you, they are not always accredited to take JUPEB. So what they always do is that they teach you and then tie you with a university that is accredited to take the program, just so that you can write the exam. But the problem with doing that is not even them joining you with another school to write the exam. It's the fact that they are not going to teach you according to the JUPEB syllabus. They're going to teach you just anything. If you are taking art related courses like or subjects like literature, best believe you are not even going to read up to half of the text that JUPEB is going to be recommending, right? So make sure you take it in university. It is usually universities in Nigeria that are the accredited centers to take the advanced level program. So make sure you register in a university. It is not all universities in Nigeria that take JUPEB, so you have to do your research. I think about or slightly more than 50 universities of all universities in Nigeria offer the advanced level program. So just look for the ones that pick a university that you want to go to for the advanced level program. Check if they are taking the advanced level program. A-levels is more than taking the program in an unregistered or not accredited center by JUPEB. So make sure that you are doing it in a university, not a tutorial center. You are doing it in a university, and it doesn't matter whether the university is where you want to study your course or not. So for instance, if the course I want to study is law and I want to study it in University of Lagos, I do not have to take my A-levels in University of Lagos. Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm living in Osun State now, I can decide to do my A-levels in OAU because it is nearer to where I live, and then when I pass, I will gain direct entry admission into University of Lagos. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you don't have to take the A-levels where you want to continue, but there is nothing wrong with taking it where you want to continue. For instance, I took my A-levels in Bowen and I continued and finished in Bowen. Some people took their A-levels with us in Bowen and went to other universities for direct entry. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So number one, make sure you're taking it in a university that is accredited by JUPEB to take the advanced level program, and not just any tutorial center. You must also be reminded that because you're taking the A-levels in the school does not make you a bona fide student. You cannot have ID card, you cannot have a portal, you're not a bona fide student of that university. You are just taking a program in that university. So that alone should borrow you sense when you start your A-level program that you are not a student. You are literally still fighting to be a student. So you have to be serious there, right? So usually it's cheaper than 100 level. Like now, if you were to study a cost in 100 level, the amount of school fees you will pay for 100 level will be more than if you just took JUPEB to get direct entry into 200 level. It will be lesser. That's another thing. I know someone who actually gained 100 level admission into a university to study law, but because the school fees was quite on the high side, she took JUPEB. Can you see the confidence? Because she was so sure she was going to get into 200 level. So she took the JUPEB program as her first year and then got direct entry into 200 level and continued law. The second thing you need to note is the points you need to score to get admitted into the school of your choice. The points differ from universities to university. If you want to study law, for instance, this is just an example. In Bowen University, what you have to score in your JUPEB to study law in Bowen University is minimum of 13 over 16 points. For Abuad, Afe Babalola University, about 14 over 16 points. For Koladaisi University, about 11 over 16 points. For Ajayi Crowther, it's about 12 out of 16 points. You need to know the university you want to attend, then know the points that you need to score to get that course, and then if the university accept direct entry, because if a university does not have program for advanced level, then there's a high probability that they don't take direct entry students. So make sure that the school that you want to go to, they take direct entry students, or they offer advanced level program. Know the points for the course that you want to study. Do they have the course you want to study, and what's the minimum point to study that course, because it differs from university. So number 2 is to know the points that you need to get to study that course in that desired university. This one will help you to know what you are gunning for. So if, for instance, the minimum points that you need to get for the course you want to study in the university of your choice is, say, 12 over 16, you already know that as you are doing these A levels, what you are working towards is minimum of 12 over 16. So you need to know what you are contending for. The number 3 thing you need to note are the subjects that you need to take to study the course that you want to study in the university you want to study. For instance, if you want to study something like theater arts in University of Lagos, you need to take at least one of the languages. So you need to take either English or Yoruba or French with your 2 other subjects that you are going to be taking. So you need at least one language to get theater arts in University of Lagos. While in somewhere like Bowen University, you don't need any language. Like, you can just do literature, English and government, and it suffices. You need to know the subject that you need to get admission into the school that you want to attend. This is for you to know, number 1, 3 subject combination that you need to do, and number 2, to know the school that you will be doing your A level. So for instance, if you want to attend the University of Lagos and study theatre, you already know that you cannot take your A levels in Bowen University, because Bowen University does not have provision for English language or Yoruba language or French language. So it is best to maybe take it in Unilag or any other university that offers any of these languages. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So you need to know, 1, if the university is registered to take A levels. Number 2, if the university you want to go to take direct entry students. Number 3, the minimum points that you need to score to get into that course and university. Number 4, the 3 subject combination that you need to take to get into that course and the university of your choice. So you need to do your research very well. Then the 4th thing you need to know is that JUPEB actually has a success rate of over 70%. So that means there is more than 70% likelihood that if you do JUPEB program, you are going to get into 200 level to study the course of your choice. Or even if you don't get the course of your choice, you can get another course and you will get into 200 level. And this 70% rate is actually higher than JAMB, like higher than UTME, because usually when people take UTME, they may not even get admission that same year. But if you take JUPEB, there's a high probability, more than 70% chance, that you're going to get into 200 level the following year, or maybe that same year, depends on when you study JUPEB. The 5th thing that you need to note is that you have to be at least 16 years before you can take JUPEB. I think you have to be 16 years by the time you are writing the JUPEB exam. Yes, so you can start the program before you are 16, but by the time you are writing the exam, maybe September or whenever, you have to be 16 years old. JUPEB is also a versatile program that you can use abroad. Just like the way you can take Cambridge and use abroad, you can also take JUPEB and use it to study abroad. The next thing that you need to note is that when you pick the subject combination, you need to know that even though there are just 3 subjects, it's not anything like secondary school. Like, because you are going to be doing maths, physics and chemistry, or biology, physics and chemistry, or literature, government and CRS, or accounting, economics and geography, you think that it is like secondary school because they have secondary school subjects. You think it's secondary school. You are definitely playing. JUPEB is nothing like secondary school because each of these subjects is divided into 4 parts. So there's O1 to O4, each of the subjects. So you are literally doing 12 in 3 subjects, or should I say 4 in 1. So for each one, there's O1, O2, O3, O4. So for instance, if you are doing mathematics, there's O1, advanced pure mathematics, there's O2, calculus, there's O3, applied mathematics, there's O4, statistics. If you are doing government, there's O1, elements of government, O2, fundamentals of government, O3, Nigerian government and politics, O4, African government and politics. If you are doing geography, there's physical geography for O1, O2, human geography, O3, map reading and integration, O for regional geography. So each of them is divided into 4 parts. So in your exam, there will be OBJ 50 questions, and then there will be theory of two questions under each O1, O2, O3, O4 that you must answer one from each of them. So my point is to pick your courses well. That's like everything that you need to know about the JUPEB exam. My microphone just died. I should also mention that you do not need to write an exam to get into JUPEB. You know the way you write UTME and post-UTME to get admission to university. You do not need to write an exam to take advanced level program. You only need to write JUPEB exam during the advanced level program to gain direct entry into 200 level. So we've had people from like SS2 just come and take JUPEB and then go into 200 level. Why? Because your UTME or your work or whatever is not really needed or relevant in JUPEB. That is everything that you need to know about JUPEB. If you still have any question, feel free to send me a mail. I'll put my mail in the description box, but I think it's also in my bio, so make sure to check it. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how to academically prepare yourself for JUPEB. I made 16/15 points in JUPEB and I did not resume early, so I'm going to be sharing with you how I was able to achieve this feat and how you can achieve this feat too. So if this is your first time studying on this channel, make sure to subscribe so that you can hang around when I release the next video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.